Hey Scrubbers, it's Vanessa here with Love is in the Air YouTube Hop, and I will have the links to everyone who is participating on both YouTube and Instagram in the description box below. And so for today, the theme is obviously all about love, and since it is Valentine's Day, happy Valentine's Day to everyone. So of course, everything that you'll see today is going with the theme of scrapping about something you love or someone you love. Whatever sort of love theme that everyone wanted to take, that is what we are going for the hop today. And so I am starting out my layout here, and we are going to do a little bit of kind of easy mixed media, I would say. And the first thing that I'm doing is taking some of my alcohol ink markers here, and some of this, it is like a washi tape, but it is more like a plasticky kind of finish. So it actually takes alcohol ink markers and the color sticks to this washi. And I love how this looks. I know it looks really streaky, but I'm actually going for sort of the streaky look. And right now it doesn't look like anything, but when I start to peel it off, and I do not leave this all in because I will tell you right now, pulling this washi tape off because it's so delicate and so intricate, and then sticking it to this white piece of cardstock, yeah, there was no way I was gonna make you watch this whole thing. So there you see, I wanted you to see it started, but I did that off camera because it was a bit painful to get that laid down. But I love how it turns out, and it's sort of like a florally leafy kind of pattern, and then I love it, just the texture it brings when you use that alcohol ink marker across it. So that is going to be sort of acting as a piece of pattern paper that will eventually be on this layout. But next, I wanted to actually build out my background. Now, this layout, originally I had a different plan in mind, but then as I pulled out these little real type stamps, I have two different sizes. I have this size that you see me stamping here, and then I'm going to stamp a second type of real stamp here in just a second. And I loved the background so much that I decided that I was not going to go with my original plan. So you're going to kind of see what I end up going with in this process video. And I am not doing a stamping where I'm making it perfect. I am taking this sauna colored Catherine Pooler ink, and I am inking up the stamp, but then I am adding either spraying water on, or eventually I ended up going with a paintbrush and actually painting water on so that I could get both a sort of more clear impression and then a much more watered impression. It just depended on how much water I put on the stamp. And so I am absolutely loving how this background is going. And I ended up loving this so much that, like I said, I don't end up doing the pattern papers that I had originally chosen, which were from my How to Kill a Kit with Style. I end up going with other scraps that were in my scrap bin and sort of a different design. So I will say for this one, I am not going completely with my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit. I end up adding in some scraps, but all the embellishments are actually from that How to Kill a Kit with Style. So I am still kind of using it. But there you see, my background is done, and I am going to mount it on that piece of dark green cardstock. And then here is where I do apologize because I think I lost some of the video footage for this, but I just took those pieces of pattern paper that I had said I pulled from my stash of scraps, and I just sort of made a band of those pattern papers in the middle, and then I took that piece of washi tape that I now mounted on white cardstock with the alcohol ink markers, and that's going to act as sort of the main pattern paper type accent in those strips of pattern paper. And then I have matted my photo, and now you see me working on my clusters. Now that green cardstock that I used to mount my entire layout on. I did gut the center of that, and I took my die cutting machine and cut out the larger reels so that I could use those as embellishment cluster bases for each of my embellishment clusters. And so obviously I'm going with sort of a diagonal sort of design for my embellishment clusters, with one being above the photo and then one to the right of the photo and then one just toward the bottom right of the layout. And so that is sort of how the main part of this layout is going to go. I have those 3 embellishment clusters, and I've just clustered up a whole bunch of different bits and pieces. I have some wood veneer and some stickers and some ephemera pieces. Just wanted to have lots of interest and texture in those, and so I just layered up a whole bunch of different pieces. And now I am sort of fussing around with how I want to put my title, and so I'm using multiple fonts for this one. These, again, were all from my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit, so I just pulled multiple fonts. And the title for this one reads, "You're Still My Always and Forever." And so, of course, I am documenting a photo of my husband. This was from our anniversary, actually a couple of years ago. We'll actually be married in May for 24 years. So this was, I think, 2 years ago. We had gone out to dinner and I had taken this picture, but in any event, he is still my Valentine and always will be. So I thought this was the perfect photo to kind of document Valentine's Day for this year. We don't typically do anything for Valentine's Day. We will do stuff for our anniversary, like go to dinner or something like that. But typically for Valentine's Day and things like that, we don't actually celebrate it. He doesn't get me anything, and I don't need him to get me anything. But definitely for the theme of Valentine's Day, I can definitely always scrap pictures of him or my kiddos. So to finish off this layout, I am just going to add a few of these sort of teal colored gems and some green teal puffy hearts that were, again, from my kit. And once I have those down, that is pretty much going to complete this layout. So like I said, I will have everyone who's participating in the description box down below. These still photos are coming up. And so with that, guys, I will catch you on the next one. And have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.